Hey everybody, Papa Todd here. Yeah, today went fine. Uh, Paid the price for my silly mistake yesterday, which I'm not going to talk about, but very expensive mistake I made being rambunctious and not stopping and thinking. Something I preach at work all the time, but I happen to not practice at home apparently. So anyway, I ended up an unexpected day away from work. Had to burn a PTO day. Let's just do this so I don't forget it now. But anyway, it is what it is. That's why you have PTO, right? And it's more important to use your PTO for family and home matters than it is for taking a day off just because you can't take it anymore, right? So anyway, so what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna get a cheap 3 points here. Not cheap, I mean a delicious 3 points, but there we go. See, now here it goes again. This whole thing with the focus. It's driving me up the wall, guys. I don't do very good with having to, let me see if I can do something here with the light and see if that makes any difference. Anyway, the Trailblazer challenge is what I'm doing today. From SIPS Creations. I love SIPS stuff. Really good. How is this? I guess that gives something to focus on, eh? So we're going to do that. Fatale and Dragon's Breath are the peppers on this one. This is just one of my favorites. I think this just tastes absolutely fantastic. I kind of just turn it into a snack. It's just something I really enjoy snacking on. It's got a little bit of a burn, but not much at all. And you can pound this one down. Like I said, just got done working out in the garage all day, fixing a very stupid, expensive mistake. So as you can see, well, maybe you can't see, this has not been opened. Right, so we're gonna open this up. I mean, there's people on here that probably don't even do this one just because of the fact that it's like, it's not worth it. It's not a good enough burn. But for me, it's a decent burn. So, I guess I represent the bottom. But I will go to bat for Chase and Sips Creations all the time because I think they're fabulous. And for people that are just getting into this stuff, I think this is the way to go, right? This is the way to go. So anyway, like I said, all I got to do is I go into this and then I have a 3-minute afterburn and it's worth 3 points. So that's what I'm going to do. It's Papa Todd, by the way. Did I do this? I can't remember. I think I did. Put up the disclaimer there. So that being said, I have just started the new thing of doing 3 at a time. So I had 3, so 12, 14, this one. So today is August 4th, 2025. We are really getting close now. We are on the countdown to college football, which I love. That's my life. I can't wait for Saturdays in the fall to watch college football, the pageantry. My wife and I usually make a couple games every year. There's just something about college football that can't be beat. We try to go around. We're Hawkeye fans, Iowa Hawkeye fans. We were season ticket holders for a couple years and all that, and then we moved away. Tried to hold on to them for a year, and it just got too hard. Then we went to a game, an SEC game, Mississippi State and Texas A&M when we first moved down to Tennessee. not Tennessee, geez Louise, when we first was in Mississippi. And that was kind of neat, right? We get to see 2 SEC teams play. And of course, SEC, Big Ten are the two. People jump on me for saying that, but I don't know how you can argue they're the two main conferences now in today's day and age after all the stuff that's happened the last couple of years, the reorganization, TV contracts, all that kind of stuff. But fortunately for us, Iowa makes a bowl game just about every year. So we've made some pretty good bowl games, made some big visits there. A couple conference championships game. Both times they were with, was it both times Michigan? Yeah, both times were against Michigan. And we just got thrashed both times, but those were fun in Indianapolis. If you've never been to Indianapolis downtown is a fun time if you're there for an event. Oh my God, it's fun. It took me by surprise. I didn't think much about it. You know, Indianapolis, blah, 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 Indiana, blah, blah, blah. Man, that town, they got it right. It is a good time. And so we're going to be going there here in about a week and a half. We're actually going up there to catch an Indiana Fever game. I'm looking forward to that. Outside of a baseball game when I was a kid, I've never been to a pro game of any sort. So, kind of looking forward to that experience. Sorry, just talking to kill time. I've talked about these about all I can, right? And all the times I've done this, like the 4th time I've done this one. And so, make sure it's all out. Okay, there we go. Okay, start. Here we go. So, got that going on. I think we want to try. I'll tell you what. So we've been to Camp Randall to watch Iowa play Wisconsin. The coolest I've ever been to, though, we did a night game, a whiteout night game in State College, Penn State, Iowa, which is actually over the year turned into a pretty good, decent rivalry. I mean, it's a pretty good rivalry, actually. You wouldn't think it, but it really has turned into a fun game. And we went out there, my wife scored. She just goes best available tickets, you know. We were in the legacy section, like the big time people whose families own the tickets for pass them down kind of a thing. 50-yard line, perfect seats, night game whiteout, Penn State. Hands down the coolest thing I have ever witnessed. And that coming from a guy, not a big fan of James Franklin and all that, but that freaking game and that stadium and the way they put on a show there is, there's been no equal that I've seen. So cool. And so now that we're down here in Tennessee, I think we're going to try to score. It's so hard because you got to try to figure out when the night game is going to be, right? But I want to catch a night game at UT, University of Tennessee game. I think that would be fun. My wife really wants to go and do the Rocky Top thing. So we want to do that. Kind of have a bucket list of games we want to see, you know. And my wife, if it's got a song that's famous that she likes, she wants to go if that's their song. So, of course, we want to go. She wants to see a game, see West Virginia play. And I've always heard that's one of the most beautiful places to see a game. So we're going to go out there and we're going to see a game. Not this year, probably next year or the year after that. Just like I said, we want to try to get it where it's like a really interesting game to see too. So we try to hit those. But, yeah, so it's just like this has been a long summer for me and my wife. She's been traveling so much for work, and we were apart for a long time because she went back home to see the birth of 2 of our grandkids, her mother's 90th birthday, all this kind of stuff. And so right now we're just kind of winding down it's just been a brutal summer. There's a lot of stuff going on at my work and stuff. And so just headachy stuff, kind of stuff. And all this kind of stuff going down. Anyway, stuff. I just keep saying the word stuff, right? But But now we're mellowing out. I got about 3 or 4 weeks to go, and then I have this big audit, which is just going to be nightmarish to go through. They always are. They're never fun. But get through that, and then we're rolling right into football season. Right into football season. We're going to take a long weekend within a month of that, go up. I'm going to meet my 2 new grandkids and spend some time with the other 8 as well. So there we go. So there we go. 3 points down. Long weekend has come to an end, even though it's a Monday. You guys be good. Take care. Papa Todd out.